Welcome to Mercy's Designs. My name is Mercy and I sell Stampin' Up! Products. In today's tutorial I would like to show how I made these beautiful bookmarks. Now I used a lot of new products, including the Bird Ballad stamp set, these stitch nested labels, the ribbon is brand new, just a lot of fun things, and of course some of the new in colors. This is the Terracotta Tile and the Rococo Rose. So to start with, we will go ahead, start with this one, but first we'll do a little bit of stamping. So I'm bringing in my Stamparatus, and I'm going to use soft suede ink. When you are stamping small stamps, do not press very hard. It only needs very light pressure, and it does a great job of coloring it. So you don't need to go crazy. All right, just pull this out real quick, clean up my stamp. I love my stamping chamois. It does such a quick job, and it's invaluable with the Stamparatus to have one. All right, I'll set this aside, and I will bring in my birds. And yes, I do have two Stamparatuses. I find it very useful to have, especially when I do classes. So I have a template here, and I only need to stamp the 3 birds. So I'm trying to show this, but it's a little hard. It actually works better if I do it from the side. Oh, I think I missed a little. Let me hit that one more time. That should be good. And there we have our 3 little birdies. And I will just quickly clean this real quick. I really think this set is just gorgeous, the Free as a Bird. I'm so excited to have it, and hope it will be I think it'll be a really big seller because it's just gorgeous. All right, so I'll close up my ink pad and we will get some coloring done. So I did color stamp one earlier, and I think I'm going to use that just because I feel like it's a little better to use it dried. And we will mainly be using blends. However, for the flower, I did want to incorporate this Rococo Rose. So I'm using the blender marker, and I'm just going to come in, pick up some ink from my lid. I have the re-inker, so I will take advantage of that. I already put it in. I'm trying to create a little bit of blending here. So that's all for the Rococo Rose. And the next thing we'll start coloring everything. The blends go pretty quickly. This is the light Mossy Meadow, and I'm using it instead of the dark Old Olive because I just kind of felt like it's a little more subtle. The DSP for this is just beautiful, and before I started coloring these birds, I was a little bit intimidated to color them, and I wasn't sure how to color them. So I took a look at the DSP, and I will bring that in right now. This is the Bird Ballad, and I was inspired to make it, some with the yellow and the crumb cake by this picture, or this DSP. This one, I really loved how they used the Petal pink along with the crumb cake. And then finally, this one with the Calypso coral, Petal pink, and the yellow, I was really inspired for my single bird. So I will just quickly start coloring this in. Not to bore you with that, but if you're ever unsure how to color something, it's actually a really helpful trick, if you will, to do it that way. So I will start with the Daffodil Delight. Add it a little bit on his chest. I don't know if this is a male or not, but I'm calling it him, so we'll go with that. I am going to start with, for the crumb cake, I like starting with the dark, so I'm just going to hit all the areas that are shaded on these birds that I will eventually have with the crumb cake. So here we go. I'm almost done with that, and I will hit also, while I'm at it, the tree limb. So next we'll come in with the light and add a little bit here. One of the tips I've heard is don't be afraid to leave white space here and there. And I'm going to try to do that. It goes against sort of my grain because I want to finish things. But I think that they might have a point. And if you look at this, the way these professionals colored this DSP, they left a lot of like white space. It's the watercolor look, I guess. So I do feel like that would be a great idea to start doing that more with my coloring. I definitely really enjoy using the blends. They provide so much more opportunity with creativity than the Stamp Bright markers ever did. The Stamp Bright markers are great for if you're going to color like two tones directly onto a stamp. So what I mean by that is like color this one color and then over here, if this was a solid stamp. It works great for that, and you know, word letters and that sort of thing. But if you look at the whole picture, I definitely feel like the blends offer a lot more creativity with coloring. So this is the dark, okay. So I'm kind of doing this a little reverse than what I was planning on, but it's okay. I'm gonna go with it because I want to try new things with my blends. Sometimes I'm just using them more or less as a tool just to color things, and I want to do less of that and just get more creative with them and use different colors. For example, this is the light pineapple punch that I'm using with the Daffodil light. So I don't know, what do you think? Isn't that pretty? The only thing left is to finish off with the light crumb cake, the branch. So I'll quickly fill that in, and there we have it. Isn't that cool? So I'm going to bring in an old olive tag. Well, it's a scalp label. It's from the Layering Circles dies. I'm just going to set this aside. So, sorry about the racket. And we are done with the coloring. Now I could have spent a little more time with blending and so on, but you can see it looks pretty good, I think anyhow. Even with my limited, I just saw a little bit that I kind of wanted to fix. So there it is. Isn't that pretty? I love this. I love this whole set. The bird, free as a bird. So before I hear anything, we're going to bring in our delightful tag topper. This is also a new product, and this slides in like the triple banner punch. So you just slide it kind of down and in. And of course I do it upside down always so that I can see what I'm doing. And then the next thing you have to look at is your pegs here and try to center it there. And the rest is done by your punch. Very quick and simple. Now I will bring back in my tag here, and we are layering this one with the, oh yeah, with the, that one seems to be a little dirty. Okay, with the Rococo Rose. I've got to get used to these new names. It's always a new challenge when you get new stuff. I love playing with new things and trying it out, but it's a little bit intimidating sometimes to remember everything. So I do apologize if I'm kind of slow that way. And the other thing I was going to mention is this is actually my second video I made of these two projects, these bookmarks, because my first video I ran out of space on my memory card. Whoops. I should definitely learn to clear my memory card before I start, because that was definitely a little bit discouraging to do this and then find out it ran out on me, and I didn't even realize it ran out. Usually I can hear it, but of course it was the last 5 minutes of my tape. So I guess practice makes perfect. I've just gotten better. So for the ribbon, this is the scalp lace trim. I found that 6 inches was about the right amount. So I just go with wherever a scallop kind of ends. And while I'm at it, I'm gonna go ahead and do 2 pieces. So, because I need to. One for this one. And then the other thing I suggest is fold it in half. Oh, if I can do what I'm saying. Fold it in half, then here, fold this again, kind of to make it small. Thread it through, and then you just put it through the bunny hole, and there we go. Just pull it tight. Isn't that pretty? I think it's gorgeous. Super excited. All right, so next we'll bring in our other card, other stamp, tag. Boy, you can tell I'm getting tired. So for this one, let's get down to business. This was my one that's the yellow. So we're bringing in Daffodil Delight a little bit there. This is the light soft suede for the beak. And I got all this ideas from that DSP. It's just so pretty. And a lot of people are just using the DSP, not even bothering with stamping and coloring. So that's a possibility to think about. If you're not you like the way it looks, but you don't want to take the time, you can definitely just use the DSP and fussy cut out, and you'll have a beautiful result. Okay, so I just was hitting it kind of randomly with the dark Calypso coral. And now I'm just going to blend it in here with the light Calypso coral, excuse me. Now I'm going to bring in the Petal pinks, and we will kind of do the same idea. I think this is the dark one. No, it's the light one. I meant to be the dark. But this one won't matter as much. I'm just going to color in the head really well with the darker, and then I'm going to come in. Oh, and I did want to kind of blend these colors with the light and the dark. So mostly the dark Petal pink, and then add a little bit here. And there we go. A little bit on the ground here. And I think it's good to go. So that is the bird I just colored. But guess what? I colored one already. Here we have it. And I will just quickly assemble this one. We're not going to do as many steps with this one. This one's actually a little bit quicker one because those little birds take a while. So I've already adhered this to the terracotta tile. I'm just sliding it through again and punch. So I will bring, this is the Petal pink. And I think that's what I was supposed to do, right? Yeah, I know what I did wrong. I'm putting the bird down here because he's on the ground. So just attach that real quick. This is Pool Party Scalp Circle, because I think that looks great with this. He's like he's in the outdoors. There we go. Add this tag, and we're almost done. Thank you for watching me, and I hope you'll consider subscribing to my channel. I so far have a little over 300 subscribers and would love to reach 500 by the end of the summer. I would really appreciate anyone subscribing, and also if you're ever interested in getting a catalog, please email me or placing an order. My email is mewants3@gmail.com. I'd be happy to help you and place an order with the hostess code. Also, what else is coming up? The new catalog goes live June 4th, and this is going to be one of them. All right, so there we have the bird, this bird, and I will bring back in the card we just did. So, and then the originals were these, and I kind of prefer this with the petal pink, and I also felt like this was too dark. This is better with the Rococo rose with the soft suede. But that is our little project for today. Thank you again for watching, and if you would like to subscribe to my channel, I really appreciate it. Happy stamping.